Hello, everybody, and welcome to the San Miguel Brief. This is a space for everyone, and of course, especially for our English-speaking community. I'm Maria, and today we have important local updates from San Miguel. And I hope that you really liked your weekend and passed a great time, and everything was perfect and romantic and everything beautiful. So I hope that you do it. And now, so let's get it started, but first, let's go to the exchange rate. The US dollar is currently priced at 70.13 pesos to buy and 18.26 pesos to sell. These figures may fluctuate through the day change in global markets and local economic factors, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on updates if you are planning to exchange money or make an international purchase. Checking the last rate can help you to make a smarter financial decision. So as always, we are here just to bring you the exchange rate. So let us know, what do you think about the weather that happened over the weekend, because it was kind of cold. And if you are planning to go and visit some places, like we were on the last week, we were passing video clips about Guanajuato City. If you really go there, or you are just waiting and expecting more information here into the San Miguel Brief, so can you go outside and explore? And as I was talking just about the weather and how it was during the weekend, that it was so cold, and of course we were just we have rain. I mean, we never expect the rain. It gets surprised for most of us. But we have it. So now let's take a look at the weather. And right now, San Miguel have temperatures around 20 degrees with clear skies and a light, refreshing breeze moving through the city. So again, it's a beautiful day when the sunshine feels gentle and being outdoors is so enjoyable. So looking ahead, tomorrow we are expecting a cold morning with temperatures dropping about 7 degrees before warming up a pleasant of 20 degrees later in the day. It will feel a bit crisp early, so you may want to grab a jacket, but the after conditions should be perfect for exploring and spending time outside. So there you have it, the weather right now. It is not that cold, it is not that warm. It is just like the weather in 21 degrees that we were talking about this. So if you are planning to make a trip outdoors, if you would like to explore San Miguel, it's just a beautiful day today, and we don't expect any rains over these days and maybe for tomorrow, but just let's focus on today. So don't worry anything if you don't going to have the rainy season. So just be prepared in case, because sometimes this weather and these temperatures move just crazy, and then in the morning it was saying these temperatures, and in the night it's going to be changes. So just be prepared, because in recent days we have raining. So once again, I want you to remember our WhatsApp, that is 415-296-4668. So you can just chat with us, send us a message, making a report if you notice something wrong in your homes, in your neighborhood, something like kind of irregular on San Miguel, or maybe you really want to show something, like I know that this event is going to happen and it's public, so maybe you will go and film just a little about it and give it to the show. So that would be perfect for us. And there you have our WhatsApp, that is 415-296-4668. So you can just send us a message. And now we begin the day with local and national news from San Miguel, as the president led an event in the community of Cruz del Palmar, where she was located, with music, flowers, and cultural expression by members of the Chichimeca and Otomi peoples. all the locations. She represents the justice plan of Chichimeca and Otomí peoples of northern Guanajuato and Querétaro semi-desert. Federal program with actions amid the indigenous communities in the region. She also delivered the documentation that officially recognized the Nuevo Cruz del Palmar enjoyed a revolution of history and tenure conflict that have at least more than 80 years.
Me da mucho gusto estar con ustedes en esta reunión del Plan de Justicia para los Pueblos Chichimeca y Otomíes. Es una característica del momento histórico que estamos viviendo. Le llamamos la cuarta transformación de la vida pública de México, que el gobierno tiene la obligación de hacer justicia para los pueblos. Este reconocimiento de un nuevo ejido, el ejido Nuevo Cruz del Palmar, que es la resolución pacífica de un conflicto histórico. Todos los mexicanos tenemos que reconocer la grandeza cultural de México. ¡Que viva el pueblo chichimeca! ¡Que vivan los pueblos otomís! ¡Que viva México!
So there you have this segment and all the video clips about Claudia Sheinbaum coming here to San Miguel and to Cruz del Palmar. So it was something that we really never imagined that way. Most of the people that are San Miguelenses that live here was saying
Luther
that
King
it was
Jr.
something that they never imagined, sometimes that they never thinking on that way. So it was kind of curious, but of course just for a great cause, and everybody was celebrating. And of course it was something really beautiful to watch her feel joy with a lot of the San Miguelenses, with all the people just having something really special, something to recognize us. And of course we just feel glad about that information, about that touch that she has with us, and it was something really beautiful. And of course it was international and updates from San Miguel. And now we move on to a segment about Martin Luther King Jr. Date, a date that honors the life and legacy of one of the most important leaders in the fight of civil rights in the United States. Dr. King was a deputy minister and civist who led the movement of racial equality through noted protest. His work was key in the ending legal segregation and advancing civil rights for millions of people. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is observed every year on the third Monday of January and serves as a reminder of the values of justice, equality, peace, and service to the community.
Minister and civil rights activist who fought peaceful against racial segregation and discrimination during the 50s and 60s. He believed that all the people should be treated equally, no matter the color of their skin. His philosophy was based and inspired by some like Mahatma Gandhi. One of his most famous moments of the March on Washington in 1963 were that he believed his powerful "I Have a Dream" speech. In this speech, he spoke about his vision and future where people will not judge to their skin color but their character. Because of this leadership and sacrifice, important laws were passed in the United States, including the civil rights and the voting rights, which helped the legal segregation and protect voting rights of African Americans. Martin Luther King Jr. Day became an official federal holiday in 1983 and is celebrated every year on the third Monday of January. It's not just a day off, it is also known as a national day of service, encouraging people to volunteer and help their communities. So today, Americans remember Martin Luther King Jr. not only for his dreams, Borfo's courage, his commitment to justice, and his belief that change is possible through love and unity.
There you have the history of one exemplar leader for everyone. Of course, this happened in the United States, but we all need to honor this kind of activists of histories because, as he was saying, I pray and I hope that one day the people just get to know or if they are wrong, if they are right about who they are, not their color of their skin, on any other things that they are not important and of course they are not mortal. So it's a special day just to remind us that we need to act, that we need to be on peace, that we need to be conscious about the things that we're doing, what type of things are we talking, what we are celebrating, what kind of persons we wanted to be. So we know that during these days that we have a lot of bad news, that we have news that make us feel scared, news that make us feel that we don't know what's going on in the world, and maybe that we do not know what's going to be on the future for everybody. So it's a great reminder right now that we need just to be on peace, celebrating the joy of being together, of being a community, of respect each other, to still remember that moral for us, because during these days it's kind of hard to watch that on most of the people or most of the industry, most of the democracy and law. It's kind of confusing. Now when we saw that, we are just waiting because there's something tragic that happens, that something goes wrong, that something goes fail. Or maybe in other words, that something terrible happened to those persons that want to make a big differences. But this day also is a reminder for the Mexican people to be conscious about what we are doing. Okay, I know that sometimes it's hard to change the past, so sometimes it's hard to change the things that are more bigger than us. But maybe we could be just together every step and try to be the best for ourselves and for others that we can, and I'm sure that I will be more than enough. So this is a good day just to remember that and have that on mind. And I hope that you, during this day that you remember all the things that you loved, all the things that you want to do for others, for yourself, to respect, and to remember why Martin Luther King was dying for. What was his thought, and why is just an opportunity to change. And among other news, we move on to a history from the city of San Miguel de Allende, where we will show you how Saint Anthony Adot Day was celebrating, during which animals receive a special blessing.
They come with their animals with great affection, because animals are the ones who share our lives. They are with us in many pleasant moments. When things go well for us, they are present. When things go poorly, they are present. When we cry, animals also become very sad when we cry. When we are very happy, they also become very happy, right? And we remember that our Lord made them with that creativity to accompany men, right? That is how He created them. And at moments in history, they served like the whale that swallowed Jonah and later threw him onto the shore, like the ravens that were feeding the prophet Elijah. And so we could say that many of the saints have also been accompanied by some animals. What a great example from St. Francis of Assisi as well, accompanying the wolf, as he is depicted with the wolf. And on this day also, St. Anthony Abbot, right, which is the day we have to bless animals, as the patron saint of animals. And so we want you to also keep animals in a special place. Do not have them abandoned up there on the roof. Do not leave them abandoned in the streets. Sometimes in the streets there are many abandoned animals, right? And sometimes they have turned into animals that bite or that destroy the life of man, because sometimes that is how we have formed them. But we want them to be good animals, above all by loving them. maintaining that affection and that love for the animals that God formed just as He formed us, in His image and likeness. See the animals. He also brought them out of nothing, forming them. All of that is part of it. He formed inhabitants up there in the clouds. He formed inhabitants on the earth. And He formed inhabitants in the sea as well. At all levels there are little animals, some very tiny, others very large, some that can be seen with the eyes, and others that cannot be seen except with a microscope, but they do not cease to be animals. Some will be bugs and others will be, but those that are for the support of human companionship. So, brothers and sisters, please love the little animals very much. Have a very special place for them in your home, because animals are also very grateful. They share our dreams, our joys, our sorrows, and also give them good food. Do not leave them without eating, please, nor keep them tied up. Take them out for a walk. Take them out to clear their heads. They need, just as all of us human beings do, they also need the company of someone to be able to live and to be able to be. Well, God bless you, and may the Lord grant you to be good people for the animals. And I give you the blessing in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I know that most of us just stole our hearts because it was something really beautiful to watch, something really cute to have on this episode. But as the father was saying, just be responsible with your pets, with your animals, take care of them, give them good food. And of course, they are just here to give us love, to give us company, to give us and to show us the loyal of a great animal. So most of the times we forgot this, but there's animals are just the key to let you know that truly and beautiful loyalty is still being with us, sometimes on different species, and of course they are just here to share, and they are so grateful of the things that you do. So this is why, and this is how it went this special day, and it was something really beautiful. So comment us if you just go to this church in San Antonio or to the other two churches more, and just go with your pets, with your animals, to give them blessings. And what do you think about it? Do you think that it was beautiful? What was your favorite animal? We want to know, and of course we want to have that on the comments just to have it for the history. And just do it whatever you are watching us and whenever you are just seeing us. And now let's move on to our section of Heads Up.
Heads Up, this is World Around Town.
And now let's begin with our first announcement, and we have that there is an every Thursday, Jan and February, a peace musical offering for Jeffrey Steele at 12 p.m. at the public library in the main garden. And moving on to another announcements, movies, reading clubs, talk, and lectures all about space. In March, take your little ones to a weekend full of astronomy. Who isn't? March 20 to 21 at the public library. It will be free. And now let's get, if you are just interested in going into more public stuff at the library, we have the guide tour, discover every corner of this 50th century building, learn about its history and explore its activities. Every Tuesday at 11 a.m., the meeting point is at the library courtyard.
Heads Up, this is World Around Town.
So once again, we're just here to share all the events that we having during this weekend. We are going to pass this, well, we're passing these events at the public library. So most of them are really interesting. Most of them are just for everybody, for adults and child. Of course, the ones that are just in a specific for children, and the other ones for adults. But they're all public and they're all free. So we want to share more events, more things that are so exciting, anything news, because most of the time people or visitors came here just to ask, okay, now that I saw the parroquia, what else have San Miguel to offer us? So this is why we're bringing you this section in case you're searching for more information, more activities, something that is excited for you whenever you are here, or you came just for visiting us. So that's why at the San Miguel Brief it exists this section, and if you want to participate, just send us a message to our WhatsApp, that is 415-296-4668. when you just can send us a message if you're planning to have an event, something really interesting, gallery opened, an event of cultural, about something to make community, to meet new people. Anything about that can be possible and can be announced here at the San Miguel Brief. The only thing that you need to make is send us a message, and of course we're going to give you all the information about the things that you need to have before coming up to the show. If there is something that you need to have, if you are correct, anything. It is just something easy, and of course this is something that bring hope, bring new things to this beautiful city, that is in a space to create more community, more of the things. So if you were searching a place to put your announce, here it is. And now we move on to national news, and we have as the United States issued an alert to the risk of military actions in Mexican airspace.
Estados Unidos lanzó una alerta por el riesgo de acciones militares en el espacio aéreo de México. Eso provocó la reacción de la presidenta Sheinbaum, y más tarde apareció un avión del ejército norteamericano en Toluca. Vamos a contarles qué ha pasado. El viernes, la Administración Federal de Aviación del gobierno de Donald Trump le pidió a las aerolíneas estadounidenses extremar precauciones al sobrevolar la región llamada MMFR. En la aviación civil internacional, eso corresponde a todo el territorio mexicano. Señaló que existe riesgo de actividad militar e interferencias en los sistemas de navegación satelital, los GPS. La alerta entró en vigor desde la tarde del viernes 16 de enero y estará vigente durante 60 días, es decir, hasta el 17 de marzo. El aviso incluye una mención especial para el espacio aéreo de la zona MMFO, que se refiere a la región oceánica de Mazatlán, Sinaloa. La alerta girada por Estados Unidos incluye otras 4 zonas de Latinoamérica cercanas al Océano Pacífico Oriental. Esto es, todos los países de Centroamérica, otra en específico para Panamá, además de Colombia en la región de Bogotá y Ecuador en la zona de Guayaquil. Con esta noticia, la primera reacción del gobierno mexicano llegó el mismo viernes por la noche a través de la Secretaría de Infraestructura, Comunicaciones y Transportes. Consideró que el aviso solo es una medida de prevención y que no implica restricciones en operaciones para aerolíneas u operadores en territorio nacional. En medio de toda esta expectativa, el sábado fue cuando un avión de la Fuerza Aérea de Estados Unidos aterrizó en el Aeropuerto Internacional de Toluca. Y no era cualquier dron o una aeronave pequeñita, era ni más ni menos que un Super Hércules Lockheed Martin. Despegó alrededor del mediodía de la base aérea 10 en Abilene, en Texas, y aterrizó en México sin escalas a las 2 de la tarde con 40 minutos en el aeropuerto de Toluca. Este es un modelo utilizado para misiones estratégicas como transporte de carga, traslado de tropas, apoyo en el combate a incendios, envío de ayuda humanitaria y asistencia médica. Así que desapercibido no pasó, porque como lo ven en las imágenes, chiquito no es. Y las dudas ahí estuvieron. Hasta este domingo por la noche, el gobierno federal fijó postura. El Gabinete de Seguridad confirmó la llegada del avión militar estadounidense, aclaró que es en un viaje autorizado por autoridades mexicanas para realizar actividades de capacitación, pero no dieron más detalles, solo que era en apego a los protocolos establecidos y de cooperación entre ambos países. Desde el Senado mexicano, la oposición señaló que no había aprobado el ingreso, por lo que exigió una explicación a la presidenta Sheinbaum. El 13 de enero estaba previsto un periodo extraordinario para autorizar el ingreso de tropas de Estados Unidos a México con el fin de realizar labores de adiestramiento conjunto, pero Morena lo pospuso justo después de que sucedió la extracción de Nicolás Maduro, la captura de Nicolás Maduro en Venezuela. Aquí el momento del aterrizaje de este avión militar de Estados Unidos en el aeropuerto de Toluca.
So now with this news, we really don't know what's going on and what's happening, because of course it was something that alarmed us, something that we were just scared, fear, confused about anything. So now we saw that we have the response that it was something that Mexican authorities approved to make to this airplane, but it's something that it doesn't have any kind of like going direct to the point, because there were a lot of pieces that they don't have the correct information. They were just saying it's okay, it's fine, but what else, what more, what happened, what is going to happen with this? So of course something that worries us, and of course something that is unusual, and we are kind of worried about this information. But in other news, we have that President Claudia Sheinbaum clarified the landing of the United States aircraft at Toluca Airport and explained that it was not necessary to consult lawmakers, since it was not a transporting troops in the entry, was for training purpose. She delayed that the permit was granted in October 25 and that this is not an exceptional case.
Sobre este avión Hércules que aterrizó en México, se dijo que se pidió autorización para este propósito. Sin embargo, hay legisladores de oposición que han comentado que no se consultó al Senado para este tema.
No tendría que haberse consultado, no venían tropas de Estados Unidos, ni mucho menos. Es una autorización que se dio desde octubre del año pasado y tenía que ver con un asunto de capacitación. Entonces, ya han entrado en otras ocasiones. La diferencia es que ahora entraron al avión de Toluca, que justamente pregunté cuál fue esta razón, tuvieron sus motivos, pero no es algo, digamos, excepcional que se haga, sino que se había acordado desde octubre y son tareas logísticas que realizan ellos.
We were talking just a minute of that there was something really unusual, that we were of course worried about this, and now we have the response of the president, that she was saying that there was confirmed about 2025, October 2025. So it's kind of suspicious, by the way, but she is just like, don't worry, everything is fine, I have this hanging on. So we hope that it is, and it was just something that we missed, something that we forgot, or something that we at this moment have the idea, but everything is okay. And in international news, as a daily train accident occurred in Sardem, Spain, where two high-speed trains collided near to the province of Córdoba. At least dozens of people were killed and many others were injured. Authorities declared days of national mourning and launching an investigation to determine the cause of the crash, while emergency crews continue rescue and discovery efforts.
Los pasajeros coinciden, un golpe brusco, otro impacto milésimas de segundo después y luego el caos.
Un freno seco, se ha apagado todo, me ha desplazado, yo no sé, he dado vueltas de campana, me he dado un golpe en la espalda no sé cómo, había gente chillando, hay gente que se ha dado las maletas todas caídas en las cabezas, he vuelto a nacer.
Lo primero que hicieron muchos una vez estaban a salvo, contactar con la familia, avisarles de que estaban bien y narrar el horror que estaban viendo.
Que aquello era una catástrofe, que había una cantidad de muertos increíble, que ella tuvo que romper la ventana para poder salir.
Para evitar angustia a los seres queridos y para despejar las líneas, Emergencias de Andalucía ha pedido a quienes viajaban en los trenes y se encuentran bien que lo publiquen en sus redes sociales.
Solo dando gracias a Dios que en nuestro vagón pues no ha pasado nada. La verdad que no podíamos evitar sentirnos afortunados, no parábamos de repetirnos que hemos tenido mucha suerte porque la imagen era totalmente aterradora.
Tanto al hospital de campaña improvisado en Adamuz como a las estaciones en las que los familiares esperan se han desplazado equipos de ayuda psicológica.
And we have this terrible news, of course, something really sad, something that unfortunately happened. We hope that these families and these people that have a loss, that get murdered, or maybe that they are just in risk for their own health, that they please just have some medicines, that they are very well as soon as this possible. So of course, this is just a sad news for all around the world, and we hope that Spain and their people are doing the best at this moment. It's kind of difficult right now, but we hope everything just finish on the correct way. And of course, our hearts is with the people that has this lost. And this is all the information that we have from today about talking from San Miguel's updates and of course international. We hope that tomorrow we have more news, more good news to share, and if we have any announce something different or something new about these particular cases, because this national and international news were both interest. So we hope that we bring you that continues into the show, and I hope to see you tomorrow with more news.